To hell with Caitlin Clark. To hell with Angel Reese. To hell with Asia Wilson. And to hell with Nafisa Collier. The true MVP, the true Rookie of the Year, the true Defensive Player of the Year is none other than Miss Rickea Jackson of the Los Angeles Sparks, just by the fact that she actually squared up with the Brittney Griner. The Mercury versus Sparks game was a hot ghetto mess, y'all. Let me give you the play-by-play, and I'm going to give you my commentary about the little infamous fight. So, first quarter pops off. Griner, ironically, Brittney Griner, she gets the first bucket of the night. She scores first. And then Burrell scores. Someone on Mercury scores. I think it's Harrington is how you say her name. Steven scores. Steven scores. Diana scores. Hamby scores. Then Max scores. Dangerfield hits a three. Cloud makes 2 of 2. Yaru makes a 3. Billings scores. Then Billings makes 2 of 2. Then Rickea makes 2 of 2. And the first quarter ends, they are tied, guys. They are tied 14 to 14 points. The second quarter begins. Yaru scores. Rickea scores. Rickea makes 2 of 2. Griner scores. Yaru scores. Diana makes a 3. Max scores. Rickea scores. Dangerfield scores. Yaru scores. Hamby makes 1 of 1. Sophie makes a 3. Yaru makes 2 of 2. Billings makes 1 of 2. Hamby makes 1 of 2. Hamby scores. Griner scores. Zaya makes a 3. Shout out to Zaya Cook. That is my Ohio sister, Buckeye State. She from Toledo, Ohio. Sophie scores. Griner scores. Then Zaya makes yet another 3. Then Cloud scores. Then Zaya hit yet another 3. Sparks makes 1 of 2. Griner plus Jackson, of course, in the second quarter. It was like 18 seconds left in the second quarter. They got into a little scuffle. I'm gonna talk more about that later. Then Hamby makes 1 of 2, and the second quarter ends with the Sparks having 36 points, the Mercury's 44 points. The third quarter begins. Griner scores, Max scores, Cloud scores. Cloud makes 1 of 1 free throw shots. Hamby scores, Diana makes a 3. They are tied once again at 46 to 46 points. Mercury scores, Yaru scores. They are tied 48 to 48 points. Then Diana makes 1 of 2. Diana scores. Diana makes 2 of 2. Cloud scores. Yaru scores. Sophie makes a 3. Mercury makes 2 of 2. Monique makes 2 of 2. And then someone on Mercury scores. I believe that's Harrington again. Then Nurse scores. Nurse makes 2 of 2. And then the third quarter ends with the Sparks only having 54 points to the freaking Mercury 64 points. So we're down by 10 points. And the fourth quarter begins. Cloud scores. Yaru makes 2 of 2. Celeste scores. Max scores. Mac makes 1 of 1. Hamby makes a 3. Yaru scores. Nurse makes a 3. Hamby scores. Mercury makes a 3. Cloud scores. Sophie makes a 3. Sparks make 1 of 1. Hamby scores. Burrell makes 2 of 2. Hamby makes a 3. Mercury makes a 3. Yaru scores. Cloud makes 2 of 2. Then Mercury scores, and that is game. The Sparks only lost by 4 points. They had 81 points to the Phoenix Mercury's 85 points. Now, the little tussle that Rickea Jackson and Brittney Griner got into, that was all Brittney Griner's fault, okay? Now, they was waiting for the rebound, right? So I forgot who it was. Somebody had, was making their free throw shots at the line. They both sitting underneath the basket. Of course, Rickea Jackson's going to do what she's supposed to do as a basketball player. She's going to be on defense, right? She did not, intentionally, hit Brittney. Brittney got mad and literally damn near she pretty much elbowed Rickea Jackson in her face. I was just snapped too, and then she had the nerve to try to put her finger in her face. Rickea's swatted her hand away, and people was like, "Oh, she was running." I'm gonna post the tweet right here or the Instagram response that Rickea Jackson had said. They was like, "How Rickea Jackson gonna square up?" But then she gonna run away from the smoke, and she was like, "No, ain't nobody was running." She's like, "I was actually trying to get some open space." She said, I had to fake back like this, and I was she was about to run up in Brittney's Griner shit pretty much. And y'all gotta understand, Rickea Jackson is from Detroit, okay? Not just from Detroit, she's from 7 Mile, okay? I got family still that live in Detroit, okay? Sprinkled all over the place in Michigan and Ohio. But again, it's Rickea Jackson, okay? She was just defending herself. I hated that they both got ejected. It should have just been Brittney Griner. They should have let Rickea Jackson come back from the game because it was so unfair for her. And the fact that Brittney Griner is 10 years older than her, Brittney Griner is 33, Rickea Jackson is 23. It's unacceptable for Brittney Griner to be acting the way she does. She moves like a bully. I don't respect that. Now you got people bullying her, saying "Oh, that's a man. Why would she try to fight? Why would a man try to fight a woman?" It's come on, guys. And Brittney Griner, I might do a video on this because it is very interesting how she presents and carries herself. It's been rumors that she could be intersex. I'm gonna have to do a deep dive on her, just really, explore who Brittney Griner is. But I'm if she was really a man or if she had really high testosterone, levels, being in the desert, my voice be messed up. But anyways, if she was really a man with high testosterone, I doubt that she would actually be able to play in the W. It's called the W, okay, the Women's National Basketball Association, the WNBA, for a reason. They wouldn't let a male participate, right? I know back in the day, that comedy movie, Joanna Man, that's not this. Again, I've always said, the Phoenix Mercury is a ghetto organization. They've been ghetto for years. They truly are the Bad Girls Club of the freaking WNBA. A lot of people say it's Chicago Sky. Oh, it's Kennedy Carter, Angel Reese. All Angel Reese did is this. You don't ever hear about Angel Reese putting her hands on people. Sophie Cunningham was running her mouth, talking shit. Rickea Jackson cussed her out. It was a fan in the crowd that was like, you know, it was all on Twitter. She was giving her play-by-play about everything that, you know, Rickea Jackson said to Brittney Griner. She cussed out Sophie Cunningham. She was cussing out the whole bench because people was like trying to like instigate it and like, you know, call Rickea Jackson names. And it's like, it wasn't her fault. She's a young rookie. She's going to defend herself. And it's like, it's crazy how like she literally did not back down to the Brittney Griner. That's why I said Rickea Jackson deserves Player of the Year, MIP, Most Improved Player. She's the Rookie of the Year, everything. You know, to hell with everybody else, okay? She did not back down from the smoke from Brittney Griner, okay? That woman is intimidating. She did 10 plus months, okay, in a hard labor camp up in Russia. People are like now calling for her to be locked back up. They said, you know, make her leave the borders and throw her ass back into jail in a Russian concentration camp for, you know, coming at Rickea Jackson like that. Again, it's just not a good look for Brittney Griner to be acting like this. Again, she's too damn old. She's 33 years old. She comes across as a bully. She had no right trying to square it up and try to like chase after and intimidate Rickea Jackson. Okay, Rickea Jackson is so sweet. You know, she's pretty much innocent, but again, like she is from 7 Mile, Detroit. If you take it there with her, she's going to respond. Anyways, guys, unfortunately, Sparks lost this game, and they made, you know, Rickea Jackson, she was ejected for the rest of the game. Unfortunately, it was so unfair. What are you guys' thoughts on the Phoenix Mercury? Again, something needs to be done with them. Sophie Cunningham run her damn mouth too much. I want somebody to beat her ass. Brittney Griner is a bully. Okay, Diana Taurasi, she pretty much is a bully. You know, it's like, it's too many, like, unlikable characters that play on the Phoenix Mercury for me. That's one thing to play with passion. But the shit that Brittney Griner just pulled on Rickea Jackson, that was some straight up clownery.